say it's going to be short, and I assured her she would be in bed by 11:30. Before I start, Steve, do you have your guitar?
Yeah.
Can you give me like a G?
A G.
Set the mood, thank you. So welcome. Thank you for having me back. It's really actually really nice to see a lot of people that I don't know, because that means that everyone's done their job, and so that is great. And for those people that I do know, speaking for Alice and myself, it is very, very nice to be home. So you just come up here with me, because I may actually, when I was trying to put my thoughts together, I found out this morning at 10 o'clock before we came up that I had to say something. I'll get to that. It's all good. But I was getting a little misty, you know, so I figured just nice to have you with me.
Okay.
Yeah, as it always is, because we are each other's angels, right? Yeah. And to those people joining us tonight who are not Jewish, my favorite and only Torah that I actually know is Leviticus 19:33. Treat those who sojourn with you as one of you. So welcome. You are one of us. So I do these like mind map things so I can take whatever wacky stuff is in my head and try to make sense of it. So I'm not quite sure I'm going to do it. So yeah, I apologize. So by chance I found out this morning at about 10 o'clock that I was supposed to say something. So here we go. So, but in fairness to Peggy, I did go back over the email and saw that she did put a really subtle hint that I may say something. So I probably, being dyslexic, I probably just sort of ignored that part and just. So anyway, so I needed to prepare. So like when I was president, the first thing I'd do is I would call up my friend Bob Max. But a blessed memory, so if you take a moment, Gil missed you there. So I asked myself, what would Bob say to me? So Bob would say, he would say in his voice, in his like booming voice, he would say, Dan, our people have a huge body of wisdom that we can draw upon. Go to the source. So I said, okay. So that means side one, Led Zeppelin 4. Which was Bob's favorite, believe it or not. And then, I can't read my writing here. I'll actually get to the meaningful part, in probably 7 minutes or so. Time was running out. The pressure was on. Think of like, Goodfellas at the end with the helicopters and he's making spaghetti. Have you ever seen Goodfellas? At the end, he's making spaghetti sauce and the helicopter's circling and the police are there. The pressure is palpable. So that's what it felt like. So nothing was coming, so I needed to go to the deeper into our collective wisdom, really, really far. Go where no one has gone before. Season 1, episode 10. That's no, we're not gonna. This is the Corbomite maneuver when Kirk had to bluff his way out of a confrontation with Blaylock, because he invented the whole thing, and it turned out to be Clint Howard, Ron Howard's younger brother, gentleman, and he was like really small, and they had another voice, and then he drank this stuff called Tranya. We're veering back in anyway. So the point is that James T. Kirk, what do? You remain calm, you adapt to the situation, you use the information that you have, and then you make a speech which both resonates and is compelling on an emotional level. So now I'm getting to the good part. This is where I got misty. So let me just, these bifocals don't really work. So my mission, okay, my longer than 5-year mission, is to let you know how valued you are and how much impact you have had on our community and myself. So to best illustrate that, I'm going to share the impact that you had on me. So when our two heads of the search committee, Amy and Ellie, past president Amy Klein, I may add. Do you get the jewelry? Because I never got the jewelry.
No.
Yeah, I know. They were charged, the search committee was charged with finding a rabbi, And so they were off doing their stuff. And someone actually gave me some really sage advice, and I've told you this a bunch of times, right? Yeah. You don't want the smartest rabbi. You don't want the most charismatic rabbi. You don't want the most articulate rabbi. I'm not saying that you are. You want. Yeah, this is the misty part. You want the person. You want the rabbi. You want the person who you want beside you when you are in your darkest time. And so now, hold my hand, because now I'm getting a little bit. So, over the last, 6 years and prior to that, we lost a sister-in-law to pancreatic cancer. Alice lost her sister to lung cancer. I lost my brother to COVID. We lost my father-in-law. We lost my father. I was diagnosed with cancer. Had multiple surgeries, which, here you visited me in Baltimore. It was just so nice to have you there. So, and really, I don't think I've ever truly thanked you enough for everything. And so, at each of those sad, tragic, and unnerving moments, you were there, and I will never ever forget that. Either with my wife or the rest of my family. And I can't read this, I'm sorry. And I know that you have had a significant impact like that, not just on me, but of so many people in this room, of so many life cycle events that have been both happy and beyond tragic, beyond sad. And for that we can never thank you, and we can never tell you how grateful we are. So in other words, or the time actually, to express the full range of my feelings, my gratitude, most of all my love for you, and all that you have done to serve our congregation and a group of people who are very, very important to me, the congregation. So to end this, I will just simply quote from Spock, The Wrath of Khan. You are, and you will always be my friend.
Can I just interject with one thing? This is not my turn.
What did I give you? What did I give you the first day that you were here? What did I present you?
Everything I ever needed to know I learned from Star Wars.
Star Trek.
Star Trek. So I just have to say that before I came down here, I had a job. I was still living in Boston, and I would talk to Dan on the phone, and he would say, "Don't worry, Rabbi, I've got your back." And after he said this like 7 or 8 times, I thought, oh my God. But it wasn't until I got here that I learned how to speak Dan speak. I understood that what he meant was that he would support me in every possible way. And he did.
Can I ask you a question I've never asked you before? When you came down for your interview, and you were in the whatever inn that they put you up in, and you went to breakfast and saw Ed Begley Jr.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you want to leave? Yeah. Did it kind of freak you out and stuff? Like what's Ed Begley?
Oh.
Yeah. All right. I like the professionals.
So